Hey casuals, to Noobcake here. We haven't uploaded to the YouTube in a little while, so this is probably our first video in a while. Just wanted to let you know that we will be putting up the rest of the reactions to Final Fantasy XIV, but we felt that this specific one was the most important to get out first. Spoilers ahead, obviously. If you have clicked on this, you should know that. And enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, you can find us over on www.twitch.tv/prettycasualgaming. That's where we do all of our content, and you'll catch more there than you'll ever do on YouTube. And if you aren't already, we will have the Discord in the description of this video, so pop on by and join us on over streams when you can. Welcome back. This is the end of it all. I don't know what to expect. Will there be tears? Will there be happiness? All I can say is, let's enjoy this together. Are you ready, Shulk? How dare they have a non-voice cutscene in this quest? Then let us set forth for the reckoning. Having come this far, I know everyone's resolve is beyond doubt, so I will say only this. Within that dead sun swirls the emotions that Meteion has hoarded, the emotions of innumerable souls who strove for happiness but failed. As it was with the denizens of Ultima Thule that barred our way, it is not for us to rebuke and admonish. 'Twas not by passing judgment on the tragic legacies of others that we arrived at this moment. Rather, it was by opening our hearts to their despair, acknowledging their fates, while still refusing to share in them ourselves, to hold fast to hope, not in ignorance, but by choice. Should you struggle to do so, I am here to help, as you have all helped me. Let's put an end to the end. Aye. So if you're here, could you just message in chat so that I can make sure chat's working? The dead ends now accessible. Thank you, Sola. ABK. Right, so this is a dungeon, and then there will be a thingy afterwards. We're going with my favourite people. Right then. The twins and Estinian. Yeah, I probably should have, but
so you are
I didn't think to.
Here, in this place between death and rebirth, where life knows no dawn. Come then. Follow me down into the darkest depths of despair.
Well, this looks cool.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful blue star that fell to pestilence and rotted inside and out. The more its people clung to life, the more.
These are some weird creatures. I really hope that we get the trial at the end with the Scions again. That was really cool with Heidelin.
You cannot stop us.
Why do you ask such a question? Do you not see the plague and pestilence that consumes us? Ours is a world of rancid blood and rotted flesh, where death is the only remedy to suffering. There is no meaning to be found in such misery. But it was not always thus. Beneath the waves we knew only peace and plenty. We wanted for naught and yet craved more, that our progeny might someday flourish as we never could. Eventually we ventured to lands above bearing flame and iron, toppling any who dared oppose our might. The world was ours for the taking. This is a very cool looking, like dystopic, I don't know if that's the right word, apocalyptic kind of world. Trying to offer meaningful commentary and trying to make sure I don't miss out. This is very hard. Let's see how big the map is. So there's the first boss. I love this skyline. What's the weather cast as? Inevitability. I like these
Until they curse not the illness, but their
these
fellow.
thingy, the people. Love that attack for warrior. Oh, the slow run of twist runs. I didn't mean to home going there, I can tell you that. Nobody can prove that I did that. I think I already know what the reward is. This. I think it's the Footfalls Orchestrion. Because I know that that is a reward. Oh shit, I didn't realise you got poisoned from standing in that shit. Stand here so we're ready to talk to the seashell. I want to probably keep it a surprise. Getting a bit more used to my new hotbar now, at least. Still got some, like, growing pains. The drum part there made me think someone was knocking on my door. This world is not the boundless paradise we were promised. Our population quickly outstripped this habitable land. Our seas we thought would shine forever blue run dry, spoiled in forging the tools of conquest. Cramped homes turned to squalor, and then came the sickness. Our undoing, and the final blessing this star has to offer. We are no longer the fools we once were. Wheresoever life goes, death will follow. Indeed, existence is but the most painful path unto nothingness, and the wise embrace their obliteration wholeheartedly.
Those who lived and festered. Those who died.
The meaningful music turned into this. Didn't mean to catch that button. Oh, I love this music so much.
You underestimate me.
Fuck me. I'm gonna die. Yikes. Nobody saw anything. Surely lose our way by your love, all this pain. We won't be afraid to forge ahead. I really feel like if you reach the first boss, you could get the shortcut for it. Yeah, that's shit on me. If I wasn't wearing my headset, I'd proper headbang and let my hair loose for this. Currently, it's in a knot-ish ponytail at the back.
Those who lived, those who died.
Let's fucking do this. No more failures. I don't understand the system of how this works. What the fuck? milk that sits all over me. The worst part is, this isn't recorded and will be on YouTube for all to see my failure. I might get kicked from my static for this. Yeah, hopefully. Oh, my sprint needs to hurry up. I just cannot figure that mechanic out. The wind blows. Leave it at that, and I think I'll figure it out. Right, this time we do it right. This is a tough boss though.
Those who live, those who die.
Right. Southward winds begin to blow.
This will hurt.
Right, so these start moving that way. Yeah. I get it now. Whoa. I keep fucking catching my form instead of my Alpha no, I swear he's trying to die. Uh-oh. Yeah, boy. Nobody saw anything. I didn't almost fuck up again, I don't know what you're on about.
You underestimate me.
I get the feeling the boss underestimates me. No. Right, got it this time, please. No, you're dead, mate.
And the very last of them wished they had never been born at all.
That was a rough fight. Oh.
In a faraway place, a brilliant star eradicated disease. Before destroying the self-same
They look like
lives
deep
it
ground people. This is cool. As a Final Fantasy XIV Surge of Service fan, this is definitely cool. Uh-oh. I really am hoping that the lyrical version of this song has an orchestral role. So good. I do like this place though, this is a really cool area. This is what Podgers should have been.
I have you now.
If this is what Podgers had to look like, I would have fucking loved that. That otherworldly beings should first grace us with their presence as a sign indeed. They understand that we, the global community, are possessed of the wisdom and compassion needed to guide the star back to the path of righteousness. Yet the freedom fighters dare to undermine us, inviting chaos to destruct order we laboured so hard to build. We have forgotten the history of the star and its once myriad nations, the wars waged, the countless lives lost. They must be brought to heel, the world united under a single standard, no matter the cost. This is a really cool dungeon in that it's like showing you like how some of the other worlds ended. Like it's very much like Amarat and how that showed you how the original world of Aetheris ended. But like this is showing you multiple worlds and that's really cool. As a lore person, it's kind of cool in that respect that I get to learn more about the wider universe in general. Although there is a certain level of our own world that I would like to know about. Still curious as to what exactly is happening with Zenos. I love these guns. This is my favourite part of the dungeon thus far. Like the first part was really cool, but like I love this. There's still obviously the final area which I've yet to see. Did it give us a name for the places? Judgment Day. Ostracon, Hexy, Ostracon, Octo, I'm assuming none of them have anything to do with the, I'm assuming Judgment Day is just the name of this part. I'm interested to see what the boss is going to be. trying to make sure I'm not like missing any of the notes or anything like that, or any small detail that could be like this. Dead soldier that. We constructed the Peacekeeper, pinnacle of engineering and technology. This mighty war machine was designed to rid us of the freedom fighters, as well as any other potential threats to the peace we have so long pined for. Its artificial intelligence ensures that this singular function is carried out with cold and calculating precision. Indeed, the 10,000 peacekeeper units we created have now routed every threat to peace, including us. All that remains is to stand and fight. This is a redesigning of the boss from Alexander. Like, obviously it is a Alexander boss, but the way they've done it is phenomenal in its model. Oh.
You underestimate me.
What am I meant to be doing here? Ah. A little less than I thought it was going to be. Whoa, shit. Why does it slap so much harder than the frickin' final boss fight? That will always be my question, this whole expansion. Yeah, it's very much a Terminator reference, isn't it? The fact that it's called Judgment Day as well. Uh-oh. Oh, I've been a little too late there. Well, they had the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference earlier on, don't forget that. Whoa.
You underestimate me. This will hurt.
I love that little explosion sound as it felt so in tune with the music. I messed up there, I kept pressing shift minus instead of control minus. Dead. My god, it really does not want to give me.
What is the point? There were none left to answer.
Can I talk to this dude? That would have been cool. That was interesting. Oh, this is gorgeous.
Farther still existed a star without strife. where none remembered life's trials or its joys.
Rala. This is going to be based on like Egyptian folklore. Look at how much I heal in this bit.
You're mine.
One thing that I overdo to either the detriment or the benefits of my channel is try to read everything. A curious traveller visits our star, a bird which proffered these questions. What meaning does life hold? For what do you strive? I find no satisfactory answers, only bittersweet memories of an age-long past. There was a time when we were lesser and in our nescience sought purpose, struggled to justify life's worth. That was, of course, before we achieved perfection. Now condemned to our paradise, we understand the fatuity of existence. Like the fledglings we once were, the poor bird could not accept the truth. It asked us again and again, hoping perhaps our answers might change. Very Amarotine, this shit. Like, this bit in particular is very Amarotine. They remind me of the Ancients a lot. Oh, my arms hurt. Didn't mean to see you calm going there.
What is people have gained from ease? They lost action.
I can tell that's going to be the final boss. This will hurt. Man, do I wish that dungeons went faster with the mobs. As much as I'd like to be a decent streamer and talk continuously and be one of those people, there's no way I can entertainingly talk during a mob full. Oh, besides the fact that my arm hurts. I see the lore piece at least. And I think it should be. That's the wrong key as well. Oh yeah, it should be the last mob for at least. And then we get the final boss, and then we get the meat of Endwalker. The final boss of the entire expansion. And the ending, because like, if we think about it, that's really what we're leading up to. Not the fight itself, but the aftermath. It's going to set into accordance like the whole expansion. The whole expansion, the whole future of the game, should I say. Although I do ask one question. Where do you go from universe-ending powers? There was a time when we yearned to explore the heavens, found purpose in the hope of unveiling life's mysteries. A dream shattered when we reached enlightenment and found it empty. There was a time when we believed in our legacy, thought ourselves marking a worthy path. Our successors might follow. Efforts rendered futile when we discovered the keys to paradise and immortality. As individuals, we struggle to know what was right, yet in today's perfect unity, there is naught left to question. We are infinity constricted by the finite, but no more. R'hllor shall grant us the mercy of annihilation. I'm just going to have a drink before we get on with the end. There it comes. The R'hllor. It's actually quite a cool model.
So they created the kindest, most gentle of beasts. Its steps were light, and its gift was as painless as it was beautiful.
Ah, I meant to not stand in that, I get it.
Bathed in its golden glow, they all slept happily ever after.
Oh, Nani the fuck. Whoops. I was too busy trying to make sure I clicked the right button.
This will hurt.
I rather like that mechanic. Wider between the two bits. Yeah, I was out of it that time, wasn't I? I used home going again when I didn't mean to. It's going to be a real problem when I get to raiding if I can't get that under wraps.
I have you.
We got this, boys. What happened? Oh, I was saying limit break. Right, I know nothing substantial has happened yet, but we haven't got to the meat. The meat and potatoes. I like that change in the scenery. Did I get anything from that? Whoopsie, I did not mean to do that, I can tell you that. Ignore that. Nobody saw Shulk naked, it's fine.
That you still stand. Your determination defies all reason. The souls within me writhe and recoil in your presence. What must I do? What pain must I visit upon you to make you surrender to despair?
No one is unbreakable. What pains one may weather may bring another to tears. But therein lies our strength. For when we fall, our brothers and sisters are there to raise us up, again and again, without end.
I see. But no matter how much hope exists, ever will there be more despair.
I love this theme.
Ever will the living pass the present and against the future. So shall we sing until life ceases to be.
Very cool.
7 hells.
On your guard.
The rage. It rises. Rises.
Stop! Calm yourself, please.
That was a cool attack.
We die in pain. We die in suffering. Who are you to live? Who are you to hope?
Hold on, my friends.
Orionge, watch out!
Well, I'm actually just dropping planets on us.
Alphino!
We cannot comprehend. We cannot know. We cannot know.
Don't, please! Don't do this to them! To yourself!
Just one good strike.
Stop! Please stop!
We will not suffer alone. All will know our pain.
No, you don't!
All awash in ice, a frozen waste, forever silent.
What is the Warrior of Light up to?
Wait!
So we're not going to have a trust for this then. Good old Warrior Light.
You gifted them escape. And rendered yourself powerless. Bereft of the synergy you claim is your strength. Unless you need to call upon the dead once more. Defiant to the last, but you will be one with us ere long. You will be battered and torn and made to crawl. You will weep and wail and curse your impotence. Curse your life as it fades. As we did, as we died. Such pain and sorrow we felt. Such anguish and rage. We tried. We tried. But it was no use. Only when we surrendered did we find release. Only when we embraced death. So join us in despair and embrace yours. My ultimatum. What is happening?
Is this Zenos? Is it not? This is Shinryu.
At the end of everything, I find you, my friend. I sought something in you once, as you did.
Oh yeah, baby. I said he'd get Vegeta.
I journeyed to Sharlian to seek you out. Struck a bargain with the woman who shares your gift. In exchange for lending the Scions my aid, I was given the means to come hither. Gorging upon what remained of the Mother Crystal, I reclaimed the form of the dragon. And, hungry still for our reunion, I rode the light of the stars to you. I take it this is your prey. But why does it still live? Surely it is natural. I assumed you would be above something so banal as despair. Or am I mistaken?
If it comes to it, I won't save you.
I care not. What I desire of you isn't succor, it is satisfaction.
No boy.
So come! Let us dispense with this distraction, you and I!
Oh yeah, baby.
You struggle in vain. You will not silence our song of oblivion.
Is Shinryu gonna be the arena? Oh, that's cool. We are on Shinryu. Let's fucking go, boys. Slendy's gonna have to cut out the queue time, but oh my god, I am so hyped for this. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, probably, but as I say, Slendy will cut this out in editing. Don't know why people are putting up the party and not just starting. Now that would be a picture to take. I can't. PlayStation don't let me. Oh, this needs to hurry up and get me in this queue. Yeah, no, but there's no point share them anywhere, so I don't care. I really just want to tell this person to get in the queue. See, if I were my friends messaged me on Discord saying that they can't respond to me because I'm a dingus. I'll have to remind Sandy about this then. My friend can't respond to me because I have the busy status on, and I messaged him saying you at the last trial, yeah. Nobody's online who can help me do this. We just need 2 healers apparently. Our journey will never end. This music is so good though. I would take 2 stages right now. See, if I was a much bigger streamer, I wouldn't need queue times because people would just be strolling into my stream like, let me queue with you, senpai. Imagine being able to completely alleviate the queue times. I'm a tank. Why am I... I got told off for being loud. Oh. Here we go.
You will never reach the deliverance you seek.
Ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die.
Oh. Uh-oh. Ah, that's how that works.
Utterly futile. Your suffering is at an end.
Ah, her eyes.
This is a kindness. All of us have known despair.
Ooh. Me.
We have seen the end. The same end. again and again.
Oh, that is cool. Uh-oh. I've got my enemy. Stop that.
A song so deep only emptiness remains. So lonely between the stars. We have seen the end.
Trying to keep everyone quiet because I sleep in my house. So I apologise for not talking too much.
The same end. Again and again.
The healers are dead. Okay, I'm just going to turn the sound down. Hopefully now I can be a little quieter. Because I'm getting told off. Can you still hear me okay, by the way, you two? Good ale. I'm getting told off because it's 3:30 in the morning and apparently I'm being too loud. Going to make shoddy reactions for YouTube.
Our hunt ends this day. There is nowhere you can flee that we cannot follow.
Even stars must die.
I love this mechanic that she has with the two planets. I think that's really cool, this one. Is my music still hearable on stream, by the way? Good-o.
Your suffering is at an end. This is a kindness.
Almost walked off there.
All of us have known despair. We have seen the end.
I think I might have figured out a little trick for them.
The same end. Again and again.
Man, this boss goes down slow. It's so lonely between the stars. Yo, fuck.
We have seen the end.
know if she reiterates that one,
The same
and then
again.
that one.
Again and again.
Oh, my knees are really hurting that.
If there is no happiness in life,
Oh.
there is only one place it may be found.
Safe to say this is a DPS check. Oh.
Oblivion.
That's a cool attack.
Dynamis. No matter. You only delay the inevitable. This is fate. Your time has come. It always does.
I thought we wiped. I genuinely thought we'd wiped.
What is this defiance? No. The hatred, the pain, the loss. We cannot suffer it again.
We will stand against fate.
No matter the cost.
We've been here before. Many a time.
Thus do we know.
To never give up.
The hope will shine again.
What we saw. What I saw.
We made the record strong, stand and turning the
It's
dark
glory
no
and misery and desolation.
post you as a golden night.
No star, nor the universe itself. None should hope for better, but no.
Trying to sing but not be too loud is really hard.
If this was not the answer, then what is it?
That was a good fight.
Lies
That ending was...
happiness.
I love that Zenos came to help us there. Here comes the end. Do-do-do-do.
No matter where we flew, there was only darkness and loneliness and pain. We couldn't find the answers Hermes yearned for. The answers he deserved.
Bless her.
Greetings, you who are my final encounter. I wish to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts. May we please be friends? Yes, I can see them. The memories of a long, long journey. So many people. The thoughts of them overflowing in your heart. What they live for. What gives their lives meaning. There was never a single answer. You gather pieces of happiness, precious and fragile, only to lose them. Then start again. On and on it goes, until death takes you into its gentle embrace. That which which Hermes sent us to find was there all this time. On Atheris.
We created it together.
Like a field of flowers, perhaps. At first a single blossom. It spreads and takes on more colors. Thank you for guiding me here. To find these words at journey's end fills me with joy. And so, before I fall forever silent, there is one thing I must do. No expression of regret will undo what my sisters and I have done, or restore what we have stolen. But if you would allow it, I would sing one last song. A song of the newfound joy that swells in my heart. Of the beauty of light when it shines across a dark and starless sea. Of a dream that from the soil of worlds now lost to sorrow, life will spring forth once more. Nourished by gentle rains and caressed by uplifting winds. A song of hope.
That's some really good imagery right there. She's blue again.
One day, life will fill the universe again, and Hermes will see this and smile. How, I do not know. But I do know that, where there is a will, there is a way. After all, miracles happen every day, do they not?
This expansion has been surprisingly wholesome.
I will create a path back to your ship, where your dear friends await. Hold in your heart your desire to return to them. Then follow my lead and walk forth.
Are we just leaving
That
Zenos?
hope will surely guide you true.
You mean to return to the world where you are hailed as a hero. Hear me then. Not as a hero, but as simply you. As I learned in Alamigo, you are a formidable foe. Stronger than any I have faced. Against you, I need bring my all to bear. I need burn through the candle of my life. This is the sole pleasure I know. And it is the sole pleasure I have to share. And so I come before you, to issue challenge and offer singular bliss. If you wish to walk away, I will not stop you. You value life. You do not burn yours save for reasons you deem worthy. Reasons such as those which brought you here. The salvation of a world and its people. The motives of a hero true.
Oh baby, little Xeno boy.
But there is more to you than that. You know this to be true. As surely as you know the thrill of pushing your body and soul to their limits. Of confronting ever mightier foes, dancing ever closer to the precipice. Wondering if this will be the one to finally fill the void. Such pleasures you seek for their own sake, and no other reason. Is this not so, adventurer?
That I can't deny.
Ha! Acceptance! At long last! The conflagration of our clash will scorch even the stars!
Soak's face. We take echoing away. Let's fucking go. Oh, I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Nothing back! Push yourself to your limit and need to bind! Still fighting you, I see.
This is awesome.
Your vaunted fortitude.
This is a way to finish this all off. I would squeal if I wasn't be making too much noise by doing such. Wow, not on my life. Keep falling for that. Boom.
Let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor. I have you. Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent.
Choosing to defy them.
Your reflexes.
Yikes.
Show me your vaunted fortitude.
I wasn't out of that then. I'm regretting so much that I did this early in the day. Well, late at night.
No, not yet. Not until the last of me is spent. Now fall. This is my moment. Our moment.
Get them, Shulk. Beast. That was good. That was really good. Yeah.
I should lose again.
Every time, baby. Kisses.
How disappointing.
This looks even better in the warrior gear, in my opinion.
Never have I understood those around me. Understood their obsessions. Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities. But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark. Blinding. Brilliant. Gone. Too soon. What of you, my mirror? Born into this world, bestowed name, bid to seek out strife and adventure. Was this life a gift or a burden?
Zenos die? That's sad. I like Zenos. They did him a good end though. That was a good ending for him. Is that off, you know?
Please.
That'll be Alizé.
You can't leave us. Not like this. I'll never forgive you. Oh, come on. Open your eyes and get up.
Are you with us?
That smile.
Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought...
Is everyone alright?
After what you've done, you're the last person to be asking that. You... How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
A fine show indeed. What were you thinking, fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
We tended to thy wounds as best we could, but how is the pain?
Yeah, we definitely do that again.
Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening! There's nothing gladdening about this. When Meteion appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came. And when you finally deigned to appear, you're within an ilm of your life. Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
Oh, those were cries of celebration! Anyway, what the arrange to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us announce our return at once. I hope you're ready.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see. Can you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside.
The angst pain.
We're home, my friend. We're home.
This is just the right song to finish this all with. It's retro.
That?
It's a bit hard to miss.
It is! It's the Ragnarok! They're back!
Thank heavens. Truly.
Welcome! Yes!
Bless them too.
Welcome home, everyone!
I regret doing it this late, but still.
Welcome home!
I assume these are safe to skip, and regret my life later if they're not. The Royal Light Shell Clavertus. I liked that.
Dearest mother, dearest father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the rising stones. As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days. At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives. Fought against despair itself, a veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
There you are, Alphino. Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there. At least, that is what the story will be. Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight to take our place in the shadows once more.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations. To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru, as do I our next meeting.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
Shulk, thou hast spoken with our comrades. Though this parting be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow, akin to a pixie's path. The navigation of such farewells is a perilous endeavour indeed. For their part, however, the Loporrits embark upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for the creatures of Aetheris. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the Forum, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn of the other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a cadre of Loporrits hath gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Hydaelyn, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of this star, and 'tis Venart's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Having witnessed that which we strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labours to be rewarded, that their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance, and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. In acquaintance, I'd call it friendship. I did not wish to presume. I would be honoured should they consider me a friend. It is certainly true that I have grown fond of their company. But I should digress no further. This day should belong to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, to mine incomparable companions. Ofttimes hath mine retinence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus, instead, I do proffer my humble support, be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heaven, even if I must needs founder across stormy seas, ever shall I answer thy summons. Shulk, soon seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making another sweep of my belongings. It wouldn't do to find I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. Oh, in case you hadn't heard, we've received new reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the lands surrounding the Bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, in Garlemald and frozen lands beyond. We've also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area in the northern empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Charlene too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but these localized crises should be well within the capacities of each nation to handle on their own. The Scions are no longer needed, which isn't to say that we won't help out where we can, of course, as individuals know more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphino. They were among the worst affected and still need all the help they can get. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier though, that I'll curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you, think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph, and accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere trying my very best. I look forward to hearing all about the legendary Alizé Livelia. Not that I'm trying to become famous or anything, that being said. The next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved, so don't be surprised when you find yourself marvelling at me. Oh Shulk, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as Father has been, tending to the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concerns for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth I will endeavour to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease, while we continue to be away from Charlayan. Both Alizé and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of the Ilsabard contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helm the relief effort, with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald, among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the Tempered across the land. Lest you understand, we do not seek redemption for failing Lucina and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth in Lord Quintus's words. The truth that whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. For the foreseeable future, the falling empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces, and though I do not doubt the intentions of a contingent, with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts that we might better help them begin anew. You'd best write me too. Write you letters, of course, I would be glad to do so, but I would be gladder still were you to come and visit, and I believe I speak for Alizé as well. For fairly as long as I've been in the Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me, in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings and keep count? The world is changing, and will continue to do so, yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you, in good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and a dear friend both. Thank you, Shulk, from the bottom of my heart. These are hurting to read. Fucking 20 to 5 in the morning. Oh Shulk, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I can't apologise enough for sending Zenos to find you in Ultima Thule. When he came to me in Charlayan, I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that, if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause, and so I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your early exertions, but knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. It worked out, you did the right thing. It's a relief to hear you say that, thank you. Time and time again, I have been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the forum without my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell to you and the others. I must and will do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Baldessian. Through our work, Sholem will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in future. Of course, it isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunchest of help in Raha and Ojika, and our other remaining members. Together we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times might you be willing to assist us, not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel the alert of the task itself. Marvellous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavour to become a more dependable comrade. Ah, our champion and saviour. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. That sounds more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you for that matter. On the mend, I trust. Glad to hear it. You were in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed by how swiftly you've recovered. Then again, 'tis hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Meteon defeated, her song of oblivion cut short, the source and all her reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now Reen has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Yuriandra as aimless wandering. We've a purpose in our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the Scions on the world stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems that go unattended by nations. We will do our best to help out where we can and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. As you could tell that I am faring well and leave it at that, eh? No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, 'tis the rising stone which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this base, thence to return when our work was done? On the day the Scions came together, I only hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Shulk. I have a question for you, and imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? There's never been a dull moment, that's for certain. That's one way of putting it. In many ways, the experience has left us far stronger than we were to begin. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running, and you'll likely get a certain funny-looking fortune teller into the bargain. If you have something to say, then out with it. Just wondering how you'll earn your keep now. You talk as if for science the solution was more than a mere pretense. There may be fewer calls to actions, but we should be compensated as before. Why are you so concerned for me anyway? In any case, I don't want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Amric hear about our disbandment than he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium district. As a former Sir Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment, and have. 7 days ago, a Hainish envoy arrived with word from Vritra. The worm requests my presence as soon as things have settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Favner, like elsewhere, the phenomena caused by the final days abated when you defeated Mekion. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Charlene, most have already returned home, but many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vritra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Charlene if they wish to work and study. Vritra was always a satrap, in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in name as well, one who has the complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favourably of dragons of late. Not so long ago I would have assumed his benevolence hid ulterior motives, but 'tis clear he cares for his people, and they in turn revere him. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vritra's kin sought release from conflict. So weary were they of the suffering it wrought, they surrendered to oblivion. But Midgardsmer didn't give up. In hopes he made the journey to distant Aetheris with his clutch of eggs, and through his progeny went on to be embroiled in the conflict with men. There were times when they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy and their triumph. In my lance I feel the weight of their struggle and strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever need of me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. Trying to speak quietly hurts my throat. Ugh. Oh, are we saying how far I was to? I hadn't, at present, planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I'm averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I'd been meaning to ask you, something that had been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final days subsided. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles, more than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled among those memories are certain essential facts, the history of Aetheris and the ancients, a glimpse of the air of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is, given shape in interpretation, when we seek to capture it with our words, it is invariably moulded to fit a narrative, no matter how well-intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are a result of the similar linguistic shortcomings piling one upon the other until the end result is unrecognizable from its origin. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet, even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. But what say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them for prosperity? Aye, let them be read and remembered. Very well, then. I shall endeavour to pen what I can of Ea and the ancients, and of so many other wonders. But I am no scribe. It will be less a polished work and more a reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown, or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. Oh, Shulk, might you have a moment to talk? With Scions stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavours I might pursue. And after speaking with Qual, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Baldessian. Not only am I indebted to Master Galuf for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would have never set foot within the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. I would never have met you, never become the caretaker of the tower, never become a Scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. For an added benefit, new mysteries often find our way to our doorsteps, mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise to embark on a new adventure together unlike any we've ever experienced before. Whenever you have the time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you into the unknown. Do you recall in the realm of Omicrons when I asked if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your epic? While it is true that to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams. In the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. It needn't be some grand endeavour, there needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope that you will do the same for me. Without a second thought. Ha, I'll hold you to that. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows, perhaps we'll even encounter survivors of the Omicrons somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some find themselves far from home. And should we encounter a wayward traveller awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with that partner find new purpose, a new dream. But if crystals can hold faster dreams, why not Omicrons? Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word, and should a commission of interest come my way, you'll be the first to know. Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking to send everyone off. With your permission, then. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till next we meet, be well. Oh, we got the fucking Argoth horn as well. Yes! Yes! happy with that.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Charlene before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Rads at Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge her plans.
Quite right.
Indeed.
Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
I have words to say, but I'm waiting for them to be ready to say.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal. And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers.
That was Elizabeth talking.
Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium. Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
I'm definitely looking forward to Pandemonium now, if Elizabeth is involved. So, my opinion on the ending is that it was not as epic as I thought it would be, but I don't think it's a bad thing. It ended really wholesomely, and as a 1.0 player I can appreciate that. But it ended in such like a somber, nice tone. But I don't really have anything else to add on top of that, and it's 5 o'clock, literally just turned 5 o'clock. So we're gonna end the stream here, and I thank everyone for being here.